Back on the Seton Catholic Sports Network, it's the rematch of last year's 3A state championship game between your Sentinels and the Benjamin Franklin Chargers. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jaden Ricken, and we appreciate you tuning in to this doubleheader afternoon of soccer as both the girls and boys teams will square off here at Michael Eubank Stadium. The games today push forward by an hour to ensure that everyone can make it to the Fine Arts Night hosted later as Seton Catholic Preparatory continues to show off all the parts of what they have to offer. As we focus back on the battle onto the field, this girls matchup presents an interesting chance for Seton to prove their dominance in 3A this season. They've already been off to an amazing start, a 9-0 win versus Odyssey Institute to kick off the season, then an 8-0 win versus Mesquite. Yesterday, a convincing 9-1 win versus ALA Ironwood. Head coach Billy Baker, though, not satisfied with the win. I talked to him in the pregame, and he said that, look, giving up one goal was unacceptable. That's not enough to just score 9. We need to play a full, consistent game and not just sleep through defense. He says he knows some of his players were eyeing up this back-to-back matchups, a game yesterday, a game today, some of them maybe sleeping through it, but that's not what he wants to encourage. And so for him, a great start to the season, but still another chance here in this afternoon to prove that they can be consistent day after day. For Benjamin Franklin, it's still very early. They come off of a great state championship win last year, but plenty of seniors leaving the team. They're 1-0 with a 5-1 win versus Safford, but it's so early. There's still lots more that needs to be seen with the Chargers and the potential that they have. So a rematch between last year's 3A state championship game here on the Seton Catholic Sports Network as we get ready for this afternoon, December set of games. Head coach of the Chargers, John Greska, a Seton Catholic alumni, will prepare his Chargers after the school prayer and national anthem.
Benjamin Franklin and Seton Catholic are members of the AIA and abide by the rules and regulations as set forth by their associations to maintain high standards of conduct, competition, and relations with member schools. We'd like to begin by introducing our guest from Northwest Christian, introducing our guest from Benjamin Franklin, coached by John Greska. Number 3, Emma Eltiste. Number 7, Madison Dunlap. Number 8, Delilah Bueller. Number 10, Katie Moore. Number 11, Bryn Hakes. Number 15, Ashlyn Howe. Number 17, Lucy Skinner. Number 18, Mary Elise Muir. Number 19, Mercy King. Number 20, Avery Earl. And number 21, Ryland Bourgeois. And now, welcoming your Seton Catholic Sentinels, coached by Billy Baker. Number 4, Ella Bruning. Number 8, Hannah Horniak. Number 9, Caitlin Davey. Number 2, Sophia Bartozik. Number 10, Diana Rojas. Number 11, Sienna Boujon. Number 14, Ella Probst. Number 15, Jordan Dahl. Number 16, Laurel Stoft. Number 17, Ellie Driscoll. And your goalkeeper, Alex Rivas. At this time, please rise and remove your hats as we begin our contest with prayer and the national anthem. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Dear Lord, thank you for the many opportunities you have given us. We thank you for the CPE community and for this time to gather in the spirit of competition. Please help these athletes and officials perform to the best of their abilities and keep them free from injury. Saint Elizabeth Ann Seton, pray for us. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, amen. Please remain standing for the playing of the national anthem.
Kickoff just seconds away now at Michael Eubank Stadium. We appreciate you dialing us up today on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. The 3-0 Sentinels hosting the 1-0 Chargers. One of these teams walking away this afternoon with their first L of the season, and that's not something that either of them have really felt too great about in the last season. Both of them, two of the most competitive teams in 3A. The Chargers, as we talked about, champs last year on their 23-1-1 season. The Sentinels, they were extremely consistent as well, 17-4 last season, where they averaged 6 goals per game. That offensive dominance has found its way back onto the field this season as well. Only 1 goal allowed in 3 games thus far. One that Billy Baker was not happy about at all. The Sentinels 36, 16, and 2 in their last 3 seasons, as they've found themselves in a much more comfortable position in 3A, coming down from 4A Desert Sky. Sentinels certainly had their work cut out for them in 4A, and great experience, but 3A has certainly been the conference where they have been able to play at a competitive level. Paulo Hutchinson on the production today behind the scenes. Give us some excellent graphics of Freddie the Flamingo, hopefully, from time to time to keep you guys entertained. Ah, there he is. Oh, Fred, there, the smile. Freddie gets a little scary from time to time. Can't trust him. Keep a close eye on him. So the Sentinels will get the ball on the opening kick. Working out on the far side, taken away by the Chargers. A pass outside the penalty box. Now along the far side, kicked in. Seton bounces it out. A good kick away there from Bijold, as that one goes out past the touchline. The Chargers get their set piece, and the throw-in bounces, headed into the penalty box. Seton's there to read it. Caitlin Davey keeps it in. And now she'll launch it. Still working on the far side. Seton yet to push it past the midway line. In the face-off circle. Bounce back. Now forward again. Head-butted around. Probst got her foot on it. Dips it back to Bruning. Bruning launches it downfield, and Seton trying to make the hustle play. Ellie Driscoll putting in the effort, gets booted away by the Chargers, and now they'll have it again working back. Seton crowds the area as that one rolls near the touchline, and the Sentinels just let that one go out. Probst couldn't get there in time, and now the Chargers will get their second throw in. This one launched in by Lucy Skinner, and it bounces right back out. So Seton still now kind of on their back feet in the opening minutes, playing a much more defensive style right now, working around and back and forth along the touchline. Skinner once again. This time the Chargers had a little miscommunication. Skinner got the pass back, had the foot out. Now Seton will get their throw in from the same spot. Sentinels have it, rolls around. They'll work it back towards the middle. Driscoll has it, tries to find space, turns it over. Chargers trying to break the traffic. Seton crowds well. They get the ball back on the turnover. And a missed pass there. Roll back out. Seton on the set piece. That one bounces right at the halfway line. Kicked further down by Stoft. Laurel makes her return following an injury earlier in the season. One of the top forwards for the team. Certainly a key player to have healthy on the roster. Something Billy Baker's already dealt with has been limitations, whether that be transfers or injuries. Only 13 eligible players to cycle through today, so he has to play it smart with his coaching decisions and make sure that none of his players get close to a red card or 2 yellows. That one bouncing out on the far touchline. Sentinels will throw it in. Deep throw there from Sienna. That one will roll now right outside the 6, taking a shot and off to the right. Getting in there, just couldn't get the finish, was Jordan Dahl. Jordan Dahl was the top player that Coach Greska said that he really wanted to shut down today. That's something that the Chargers were very keenly aware of, is her ability to get aggressive, and that they really had to keep a close eye on her. As Seton will get set up for the first corner kick of the game. Dahl sprints up, rounds it right outside the 6, head-butted away by the Chargers. Seton still fighting. Working up the other side is Mercy King. Keeps it in front. Working along the far still. That one just didn't get there in time as King sprints right past it. Seton takes it in quickly. Dangerous pass, bouncing, and that one will roll into the feet of the Chargers. Kick downfield. Chargers is trying to set things up. That one moves a little further. The tackle attempt, no good on the first. Second one will be kicked out by Caitlin Davey. Chargers a little bit hesitant on the throw-in, and Seton reads it perfectly. Contestion over on the sideline, and now the Sentinels going full force. That one thrown down, not a Sentinel in sight, bounce back. An effort being made, 2-on-1, just kicks it out. Chargers regain possession, goes back towards the center circle. A little more aggressive at the moment. Over to the right side, Ella Probst has it. Feels the defensive pressure, kicks it back. Off the right foot, down the middle, that one straight into a Charger. Chargers get denied of the final third. A good turnaround for the Sentinels. Can they keep it going? Back and forth. Just under 34 minutes left here in the first half. That one takes its way over on the far touchline, bounces out. So for Seton in the opening minutes, it's been a little bit slower. The ball definitely has lingered on their side of the field as they set up and try and make an effort here, 1-on-2. Ellie Driscoll lets up, ball still moving. Jordan Dahl on the far. That one kicked out, and Seton will remain in the offensive third. A young team. That's really been Seton's brand this season, and Coach Billy Baker talked about how every team is new. You know, they're still trying to figure out their identity, and for as good as Benjamin Franklin was last year, they've had so many changes. This can't be a team that Seton really gets in their head about and gets worried about how good this team could be, or they lost to them last year. This is a brand new team. Now on the attack. Right outside the 6, a weak kick. And we will get a whistle. Put into play by Rylan Borgus, the sophomore goalkeeper for the Chargers. Booted high and far, 1-on-2 now. Madison Dunlap couldn't hold on for very long. Back and forth. Sticks on the ground. Ella Probst tried to get a foot on it, and the effort works. That one rolls back towards the middle. Using their passes, Seton trying to push. Jordan Dahl on the defensive pressure now. Bounce back towards the middle. Sentinels have an advantage on the far side. They just can't get it to go. Chargers boot one down. A sprint for the ball. Seton just kicks it out. A good defensive play made there. Caitlin Davey, the one to kick that one across the touchline, force a throw in for the Chargers, and let the defense get a refresh, get everybody back in position. On the near side, Ellie Driscoll has to field it. That one bouncing, and that'll roll off a Charger. Probst surveys, looks, hesitates, finally throws one in. 3 Sentinels around, and just not able to keep it in. That was a crowded area to throw it to, and Ellie Driscoll tried to make the play. There just wasn't a lot of room to work with. Head-butted out by the Sentinels. Another setup now for the Chargers. Skinner looks around, looking for space. We'll throw it near the side. Rolling out towards the corner, and that will go past the goal line. Strong kick, trying to make the advantage happen, and that one going to roll back all the way to Rylan. She'll kick it over to her own bench, and not the greatest kick right there. Had plenty of field to work with and just not the accuracy. So Seton on the Chargers' side of the field with the throw-in. In front, 1-on-4, trying to make the effort. Down on the far side of the field is Jordan Dahl. Here comes that quick, aggressive start. Right outside the penalty on the wing. It'll bounce back. This is the best offensive look Seton's had so far. Can they hold on? Chargers trying to push it back. Still a chance. That one will get booted down and out. Kick between. Good play from the Chargers. Now a chance for Seton to go to work on the defense. Good stop there. And this side of the field has really been where Seton has kind of struggled to maintain possession. The ball crossing the touchline so often, so many throw-ins for the Chargers. And Seton's been able to defend it well. They just haven't been able to really get the offense set up following these throw-ins. Skinner tosses that one in, tries to get it back. Good read made. Dahl back and forth, quick feet. A good pass made down the side. Driscoll feels the pressure. Good effort from Lucy Skinner on the defense, and now they get it right back. Ella Bruning. Messy situation, bounced back. Keeps it along the near touchline, working. Good play from Ella Probst. Using the full body, stopping it. And a pass right back to the Chargers. Far side. Rolling around. Now trying to get it inside the area, over on the far corner. Good defense right there, pushing her back from Sienna. Chargers have to retreat a little bit. We'll get a shot on goal, that one off to the right. .26:45 remaining here in the first half. Both teams haven't had a lot of opportunities to shoot on goal so far. That's one of the few that we've seen. It's been mainly congestion right at the near midway side of the field. Good setup for the Sentinels. They maintain possession on the immediate touch. Into the middle, pass is being made. Now a sprint, working quickly. Ellie Driscoll tries to get there in time. And this will be a great set piece for the Sentinels now on the near corner over on the left side of the field. Probst getting ready for the setup. Going to push it back a little bit over to Bruning. Bruning fights, good feet, aggressive play. A good tackle away there from the Chargers. They'll get it back. They just don't have the offense to do much with it over on the far side. Sienna gets in position. She's had great defensive plays over on that outside corner of the penalty box. Found its way inside a little bit more, right at the top. Chargers keep possession. Good defensive play. Driscoll getting in there. Able to recover. Taking it down. Kicked in. Seton all over the place. Nowhere to go on that one. Bounce back. Another kick away there from Bruning. That one to the center circle. Working around. Jordan Dahl has it on the far side. Loses it. Chargers pushing quickly. Chargers trying to use their triangle, and they'll get the advantage. Aggressive play and perhaps a chance developing here. One-on-one on the far side, booted in and off to the left of the goal. Another miss as we get a whistle. And so the foul will go against the Sentinels. The Chargers get set up here for the free kick. Set up as Mercy King for the Chargers here. Goes in, has a good range, falls in. And the Chargers get on the board for the first time this afternoon off the free kick. A 1-0 lead with 23-32 remaining here in the first half. So nearly halfway in, and a costly foul, inside the penalty box. Over on the far side. Gives Benjamin Franklin their first. That's only the second goal that the Sentinels have let up all season. And they're certainly not used to close games in their opening trio of games. Working its way back, now at the midline, good moves, rotates to the left, boots it down. A chance for Driscoll to get there. That one will roll to the side. Defensive pressure has been there all game. Ashlyn Hugh, the freshman there for the Chargers, on top of Driscoll the whole time. Now Probst will throw it in. Seton's had a few chances on the throw-in from that spot. They just haven't really been able to keep the ball near the penalty or even get it inside the 6. That one rolls out towards the middle, bounced back. Seton in position over the head of a Charger. And Laura Stoft fights for it. Bounces back. Good pass. Rotates all the way back. Trying to push it to the other side, and now in damage control mode. Just gives it back. Let's reset everything. A good takeaway. Seton coming from behind. Driscoll couldn't get there just fast enough. Bounced. Seton trying to keep it in. That one rolls right out, and deja vu. Skinner launches that one in. Seton surrounding the spot where she threw it. Right outside the center circle, bounce near side. Chargers trying to drive it forward. It's been a lot of horizontal play so far in the first half of this first half. Get a whistle. Coach Billy Baker confused as the Chargers make a substitution. Into the game for the Chargers is Alessandra using the body. Seton keeps it in after all of these substitution mishaps. Good job getting to the ball for Seton there inside the penalty. That one sent far. Jordan Dahl has it, trying to get a shot on goal, looking for an angle. That one, great save. The hands from Rylan Bourgeois were in a great position there. She read it perfectly, but still some offensive momentum for Seton building. That one booted, nearly goes out. Chargers keep it in. Bounce back towards the middle, now driving. A chance here, one-on-one. Pushing it quickly, Mercy King takes a shot and gets another. Her second of the afternoon. The sophomore who got her first off the free kick just 4 minutes ago, gets another and puts up the most amount of goals that the Sentinels have seen all season. They've only let up 1 so far. Coming into this game, now she's got 2 in just this matchup. As Seton tries switching out a few players, getting some different looks. And the Chargers looking convincing here in the first 20, even with somewhat of a new look team. Whistle on the far side. Seton on the set. Working, and a good pass. Now on the advantage, Jordan Dahl looking, taking another, bounced off to the side and narrowly missed. Good defensive presence in the net, but Seton now has 2 shots on net within the span of about a minute. So certainly they're getting the ball down on the final third way more often than they were in the last 20. Chargers still playing this game predominantly out wide on the sides. And there goes the uptick in momentum and tempo. Seton trying to get the quick throw in, and we'll get the foul called. Chargers will get back on defense, try and crowd up the box. Seton will get their first free kick. Chargers scored on theirs. Lined up for the Sentinels is Ella Bruning. Had 12 goals last season in her final year now at Seton. Kick bounces, tipped up off the right foot of Jordan Dahl. Still inside the 6. That'll roll out past the goal line. Now a corner kick opportunity. And this is a pretty important time in the game for Seton to score. Benjamin Franklin gets off 2 quick goals. Now Seton's able to get the ball in that final third consistently. They just have to capitalize. On the corner kick, Bruning launches it, that one high and over. So 2 failed opportunities there. The game far from over, obviously, but Seton has yet to come up big. Now the Chargers will face pressure all the way up, head-butted by Driscoll. That near side. Probst has it. Works its way back a little bit. Chargers read it well. Mercy King has it. A dangerous player to let have possession. As the Sentinels clear the danger, they're going to go quickly on the far side. Driscoll makes a pass. Having to make the effort, Jordan Dahl tries to get there in time. Now into the feet of the Chargers, right at the midway line, push back. One will get booted up, doesn't have the distance, but a solid pass made on the far side. Making the moves, great footwork. Dahl cuts back inside, tries to get it down a little bit further. Sienna was the closest Sentinel near, just didn't get there in time, and now the Chargers going the other way. Another save made right at the 6. Alex Rivas doing great work for the Sentinels in the net so far today. 2 tough goals were scored, but she's been consistent on some of the more spread out plays. Quick tip back, now in the middle. Tries to get stopped. Booted around. Chargers still have it, now kicked out to the side. And that one will roll. We'll get a whistle as another sub heads in for the Chargers. Rihanna Lay will make her first appearance on the pitch so far. The hustle play from the Sentinels as they really just try and shut down this mid-range congestion that they've been feeling. Big block out to the side. And a corner kick set up now for the Chargers. Kicked in. Left side. Had an outside arc, and now Seton makes an effort as that'll roll out to the touchline, and they're going to go quickly here on the throw-in. Chargers push it back, and now Seton slightly out of position, booted back. So the tempo picked up a sizable amount in the last few minutes. It's slowed down now as soon as the Chargers get it back on offense. Good handle there. Keeps it in on the near. Probe's trying to take it up. It'll pass the halfway line, now into the middle from Driscoll. Good pass. Jordan Dahl tries to make a fourth, and that is where they will turn it over. Off the right foot, now out of control. Seton should get there in time. Kicked over, out to the corner. Seton just clearing the ball from a dangerous spot. So Coach Billy Baker and Coach John Grex really knew each other well. Coach Grex said that, he knows Billy. They're friends. They kind of get it all. We talked a little bit before about how Grexka was a Seton Catholic alumni, helped start the soccer program here back in his day, and has continued that now. And such a friendly guy, both of them. Very friendly coaches, and you could just tell that there's a real love for the sport between both of them. Corner kick lands outside the penalty box. Chargers still have it. To the right. Good clear, as that'll push it back more towards the center circle. And now an easy claim for Rivas, and she just wants to go. She'll hesitate a little. She'll roll it in now. Dribbling backwards and over now to the near. That pass just didn't have the power it needed to get to Driscoll as the Chargers take it away. On the near side, an opportunity, shot on goal, tipped away, and a great save made from Rivas. .41 left here in the first half. Although 2 have been scored, Rivas has certainly had her work cut out for her and has performed on multiple occasions. Another great effort made there as the Chargers will set up for another corner kick on the far side. Played a little bit more inside. Seton still able to get it out. Working around. Good backwards pass. Play it out wide. Chargers have been excellent with the passes, trying to get it around Probst. I want to roll out. We'll get a whistle. Coach Baker, hands on the head. And another substitution. Just part of his frustration has been the stoppage of plays, it feels like, to get some of these Charger players into the game. Ball finds its way back in the feet of the Sentinels. They'll have to retreat before they can push it back up. Now a pass on the far. Good move. Trying to keep it up inside, take it away. That's been really the story of the game. The Sentinels get a little bit of a drive going. A bad pass turns it over. Another opportunity, though, perhaps to correct that. Good hesitation. Still going. Ella Probst now on the ball. We'll get a whistle. So a foul called on the Chargers. Ella Bruning will set up here on the free kick. After this game, the boys' teams will face off at 5 p.m. You can stay tuned for that here on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. Right at the midway line, rolls out. Chargers going quick, 1-on-4, and that one just bounces out. Bruning was there for the defense, and that's kind of been part of what the Chargers will do is they know they're going to throw it into a crowded territory, but if they go quick enough, they can get the ball pushed down further and then just boot it out by the Sentinels so they can get that throw in just pushed up by about 15 yards. It also lets them set up their offense in a much better position. So part of the reason they've been moving so quickly as Seton sends one over to their near corner. And just, I mean, the type of kick right there that you see with that just sets up an easy opportunity for the Chargers. 1-on-2, trying to make something happen. Ellie Driscoll kicks it downfield, and Jordan Dahl was just too far ahead of the ball. Couldn't have made an effort if she tried. Nearly kept in, and Driscoll will fall. But the effort, the energy is there. That's what Coach Baker's talked about. This is such a fun group of players to coach, and you know that's really what's made it worthwhile to him, is that there's so much fun. They all have these different personalities that makes each one really unique to coach, but they still deep down, you know, are a team that he sees the potential in and just trying to speed up their game. This game so far has been a slower one for them, obviously, with their blowout wins they've had in their opening 3. They trail by 2 with 6:37 remaining. They've been able to get in the offensive third a couple of times. It's just there's been no execution of scoring once they get down there, and credit where credit's due. Benjamin Franklin has played great defense. But for Seton, the key was speeding it up, and so far they've done the opposite. That one rolls out past, and now the Sentinels will have a chance to work it all the way down the field. Bounced up at the far. Jordan Dahl running to apply the pressure. She tries to get a foot in there, and they'll boot it back all the way to Rylan Borguez. She'll kick it to Skinner. Skinner fields the pass well. Over to the center circle, stays outside. Katie Moore on the far, passes it ahead. Looking for the cross, potentially, on the far. Stop and retreat. Pass towards the middle. Booted around. Working its way out. Seton trying to just clear it out. Get a chance to get the ball moving a little bit. Looking for help. Ella Probst just has to kick it back. Now we'll see a pass deep. Jordan Dahl running. Made sure she wasn't offsides, and now she's going to turn on the afterburners to get there. And great effort made from Jordan Dahl, the closeout to set up the throw-in on the near corner on the left side. She'll wait for everyone to get in position. Miss pass there with miscommunication. Goes right past Sienna. Now Hannah Horniak has it. Bounced around, past Horniak over to the far. Good play from Jordan Dahl on the tackle. Back towards the middle. Sienna with it. She'll retreat. The key is keeping the pressure here. Goes back and Seton misses the header. Now a one-on-one opportunity for the Chargers. At the penalty spot, kicked and in. Another goal, 3-0 for the Chargers. And big-time plays being made. Rihanna Lay subbed in about 10 minutes ago. That time she gets the goal, and as you all just saw, it was a slow roll in, but all she needed was the one-on-one move. Seton was in the offensive third. They were there on the cusp of getting it into the back of the Chargers net. One pass gets booted over the head of the defenders, and she had a great one-on-one opportunity, made the play, faked out Rivas, and capitalized on the moment. Booted ahead, Seton has to try, but the Chargers play good defense, kind of mirroring the opposite of what just happened on the previous play. We'll get a whistle. They'll make sure that the kick is set up at the correct spot. Ball is in now. Most of Seton down on the left side of the field. Quick pass over to Bruning. Bruning now to Probst. Gets a little bit of speed on it. Goes down the left side. Driscoll had it. Still does. She'll fall. No foul called. She was expecting that one. Bounced at the midway line. Taken back. Now over to the right side. Should be a turnover here, and Seton makes the play. Probst back on the left. Left foot pass towards the middle. Horniak has it, making the moves. Redirects over to the right side. Pushed in. Sienna, quick pass. Now Driscoll has it left side. Kicks. Ooh, great save made. That was a pinpoint accurate kick, trying to work on that left side. But Rylan Borges, the amazing hands. That was great positioning from her. And now Seton will get it back. Dahl pushes it back a little bit, gives it to her teammates. Now Sienna has it right outside the penalty spot, trying to navigate. And that'll get sent the opposite way. Seton there, still at the midway. Back inside, trying to get the tackle. Sentinels need to clear this one. Sent up by Rojas. Stayana Rojas, the freshman midfielder. On the far. Horniak has it now. 1-on-2. Tries to make a play. She'll fall to the ground. We'll get a whistle. And another foul against the Chargers. So Seton Catholic girls soccer had 6 straight titles from 2002 to 2007, and they've been a competitive team ever since, obviously, the 4A stint they had. They certainly felt their struggles in, but once they returned to 3A last season, it was somewhat of a return to glory for the team. As we mentioned earlier, 35, 16, and 2 in the last 3 seasons, excuse me. And they made it to the 3A state championship last season. They lost to Benjamin Franklin 2-0. So the Chargers already putting up more goals than a state championship matchup. The Chargers dealt with a heavy graduating senior class. As we complete the first half, Sentinels down big time. And they'll have a whole second half to try and come up with some answers. Coach Billy Baker wasn't satisfied with a 9-1 win yesterday, knowing how well the team needs to play to actually compete against some tougher teams. And certainly the foresight seems pretty spot on, as they will be searching for answers in the second half of this 3A girls soccer matchup. You're watching the Seton Catholic Sports Network live on YouTube.
What's up, besties? It's Dr. Serna, principal of Seton Catholic. And here are some reasons why Seton Catholic is the GOAT school for you.
At Seton, we make sure your education slays. No cap, we have some of the best teachers. They understood the assignment. And we offer plenty of supports for when you're in your locked-in era.
We recently had about 6-7 students win National Merit Scholarships. That's a massive accomplishment for our Sentinels. Here we make sure that your faith comes first and Jesus is at the center of everything. We've got retreats, we've got masses, we've got prayer. It's giving everything Catholic.
Want to do something on top of your studies? You can aura farm in our stadium and gym or on the stage. Your choice. There is plenty to pick up.
Our W construction team has recently renovated almost all of our campus. And we've made a lot of progress on our event center. Big green flag. I high-key recommend you apply to Seton Catholic soon. We can't wait for you to join the Sentinel fam. Apply today.
We welcome you back to the Seton Catholic Sports Network for the second half of the girls soccer matchup today between your Sentinels and the Benjamin Franklin Chargers. A rough first half for Seton, trailing by 3. One goal off a free kick by Mercy King. And she had a little drive for her second. And then Rihanna Lay with a third goal. Had it on the advantage, a missed pass from Seton. Then she took it on a one-on-one, got it right past Rivas. A second half of play awaits us now. Jaden Ricken on the call today. Paulo Hutchinson behind the scenes holding it down. This is the toughest game for the Sentinels so far and a bit of a shock for some of the team. They started off with a 9-0 win against Odyssey Institute, then an 8-0 win against Mesquite, then a 9-1 win versus ALA Ironwood last night. 3 blowout wins. Absolute domination, where they only let up 1 goal. To now be trailing by 3, it's certainly a new environment for the team to experience this year in their rematch of last year's 3A state championship game. Coach Baker for the Sentinels said that every team gets better. We don't know exactly what Ben Franklin's going to look like. They've only played 1 game this season. They had seniors graduate. Well, they've showed up so far. This is a team that wants to compete. Just like Seton wants to get back to that state championship game. And they've put in a lot of effort to come out strong in the first half. 40 minutes for the Sentinels to make a comeback. The Seton Sentinels trying to stay with it. Bounce pass across the midline, working on the far side. Trying to take the advantage along the far touchline. Seton will take it away on the tackle, bounce back. Chargers nearly keep it in. Making plays. Seton will boot it downfield. Stoff able to get some power under it before the Chargers immediately take it back. That one bounced out. Far into the parking lot almost. Lucy Skinner will throw it in for the Chargers. Strong throw, but goes straight into the dirt. Was looking for Madison Dunlap. That'll work further down towards the corner, booted out. Seton should be able to get ahead of this one. One-on-one, trying to make the tackle. Foul gets called. Seton will get the free kick. A little too aggressive from the Chargers. They had a couple of fouls in the first half. Seton played a cleaner game overall, but perhaps that's something they need to change, is to get a little bit more aggressive and risk a foul. A clean game where you're down 3-0 is a lot worse than a dirty game where you could be tied or even in the lead. On the far side of the circle, trying to bring it back in is Horniak. She'll pass it, bouncing around. She'll step up, misses. Chargers keep it pushing. Mercy King tries to set it up. A good read made. Defensive pressure was there, and the kick just a little far. Stoffed, using the feet, back and forth. Gets it to Horniak. Horniak to the right side. That one bounces. Stays in for the moment. And a great play from the Chargers. Bryn Hackeys now working on the left side. Defensive pressure on top of her coming from Charlotte Cyphers. Works down outside the penalty. No foul called. She wanted it. Sentinels will get a goal kick. A little bit of hang time. A good bounce works out for Seton. Horniak 1-on-2, back towards the middle. Great kick to the right. Chargers read it. The effort play being made, trying to get it back is Driscoll. And that foul goes against her and the Sentinels. Chargers will take it out on the free kick. Delilah Bueller gets ready to send this one away. Straight towards the middle, over the heads, bouncing right outside the 6. Still in, moving over to the left. Seton and the Chargers to their own were able to crowd the box right around the net, and it rolls off to the left. We'll go past the goal line. So the Chargers will get a goal kick, but Seton able to prevent an immediate score. Effort being made. Both fall to the ground, ball up. Bounces outside. Seton trying to win the battle. Pushed a little further, now an opportunity. Driscoll on the right. Make a quick pass. Kicked out by the Chargers. Seton will try and keep it going. Sophia Bartosik throws it in. Gets it back to Driscoll. Chargers take it away, and then they try and give it away on the far side, right outside. Good effort made. Another good save. Caitlin Davey that time with the defensive hustle. So we get a little look at the stands. High kick. Off to the right side. 34 minutes and just under 30 seconds here in the second half. Still in the opening 5.5 minutes in the second, the ball has been on Seton's side of the field. The defense for the Chargers has played so well right at the midway line, and with the very few opportunities Seton's had to get shots on goal, they've not been able to capitalize, and they have to be ready for that. They know there's only going to be a couple of shots, and it's crucial that they're able to score and complete the mission on those. Or on the far side, working around the wing. Now back near in the penalty box. That one just cleared away. Get it out of here. Sent over past the touchline, where the Chargers will get another shot. Probst on the set piece. That one straight in. Retreating, trying to find somewhere to get it to. Great moves being made from the Chargers. Mary Elsie Muir on that one was able to take it away. Into the middle. Trying to get a foot on it. Jordan Dahl just couldn't get one. Now she'll fight and try and get it. As it bounces back. Goes back to Horniak. Get it away. Trying to look for open space. The team slowly getting into the other side of the field. Horniak in a great position as well. Gets it back. Keeps it in the middle. And Seton pretty static right now. We're not seeing a lot of movement, a lot of hustle. They're kind of just still. They're not really getting to the ball. They're waiting for the ball to come to them. The Chargers playing the opposite way. Kicked high and far from Charlotte Cyphers. Seton still has it, but they're going to have to work. Ella Bruning sends that one past the touchline. Chargers got a foot on it, and now she'll throw it in on the far. Dahl trying to get something going, pushes it up. Sentinels will slowly follow behind. A heavy presence at the center line as Seton tries to push it onto Chargers' side of the pitch. Roja's going to work. Only so long she can keep it at the halfway line before they get a foot on it. Davey sends it out. Furt kept off to the right. On the far side. One gets tapped out. Another sub. Bartosik jogs her way back onto the field. The Sentinels playing with a limited roster today. Injuries and transfer players await their return. Only 13 eligible members. Now a chance. Little high. And great scoring position was Jordan Dahl. Just a little too much on the kick. And while that's a great effort, a great sign of what Seton can do, every shot on goal has to be taken advantage of. Back and forth passing, turned over, and Seton just not hustling to get to the ball in time. Chargers will keep it as that ball went into open space. Now rolling right outside, and that'll pass the goal line. A corner kick on the far corner, left side. Mercy King will take it in on the quick little short dump-off pass. Shot on goal. High into the left. A good kick taken from Lucy Skinner. Pushing back to the right, a push in the back. That will draw a foul. And a yellow card. The first of the game so far. That one issued on the Chargers. Seton the official just getting the information right on his pad before we resume play with 25-15 left in the second half. Ella Bruning keeps it on the ground. Pass is sent. Ball falls into the middle of the field. And Chargers have just played the position game better. It feels like they're always in that passing lane that the Sentinels are aiming for, and they sure haven't helped themselves with the lack of hustle to getting to the ball that we've seen. Weak kick, handled well, little bobble at first, got it in the end. Trying to get the turnaround, weak throw, Dahl has to wait. Gets there, feels the pressure. Laura Stoff was there. Now trying to hustle back is Cyphers. Cyphers will switch off. Inside, kicked up. Still a dangerous situation. Hacks, gets low, lunges, gets it back, looks, kicks towards the middle. Ball bounces off the left foot and will pass the goal line. Hacks unable to get a true connection there with her teammate, Mercy King, and King just kicks it away. Setup opportunity, Seton time not on their side, has to get something going quickly. Good play there to bounce it out. Push down the throw in a little further. Out of the right wing, Jordan Dahl keeps it in at the corner. That one will get tipped out. Kept in. Chargers made a good defensive effort. Dahl's got to hustle back and try and take it away. Tackle it out, bouncing. Now on the sideline, tipped out by Seton. Duncap on the throw-in. Looks, throws it ahead. Good pass. We'll have to keep it in. Booted back towards the middle. Into the feet of Bruning. Over on the far now. And just not in an offensive attacking position, but the key is moving quickly. Along the far. Moving around. That'll roll out. Bruning was on top of the ball for most of that. So he gets set up for a corner kick on the far side. Coming up after this at 5 p.m., it'll be the men's matchup. Both games moved up by an hour tonight for the Fine Arts Night taking place here at Seton Catholic Preparatory. All about well-rounded students. High corner kick outside, bouncing right outside the 6. Kick is in! Another big-time play for the Chargers. Madison Duncap gets her first. And it's a 4-goal lead for Benjamin Franklin. And look, for even all the seniors that they've had leave, they were 23-1-1 last season. You don't get that good if you only have seniors who can play. The team still has that intensity from last year. Ball will roll over to the side. Coach Gretzka talked about how they're a really competitive team. They're one big family. And, you know, it shows when they can pass, they can communicate, they're in the right lanes, and they just play like a team that really understands each other. That one rolls straight into the hands of Rivas. And down by 4 with 20 minutes and 40 seconds left. Seton would have to start scoring very soon. Move the ball up to the midway line. Pass over to the left. Good kick back inside from Bryn Hacks. And even better defense from Seton to turn it around. Trying to get in position. It's a 4-on-5 as it rolls over. Kept in by Hacks. Sent the other way. Hannah Horniak was on top. Kept it back. And that one rolled out from Rojas. Charger had a foot on it first, so Seton will keep it. Quick pass and just no one deep enough into the offensive third to get there in time. Chargers clear and try and send it the other way. Seton still putting on the pressure right at the midway line. Can they keep it there? That one will roll out, and the Sentinels will get a throw in. Cyphers didn't have the power to get it all the way over to Rojas, and the Chargers swiftly take it away. Now on the left side, Madison Dunlap again. Takes a shot, weak, and off to the right. And some signs of yesterday's game, according to Coach Baker, have kind of shown today. He said they kind of slept through it a little bit. I mean, obviously you can't sleep through an entire game if you win 9-1. But he said even the goal they let up, it was them kind of accepting the win before the final minutes had run out, before the final seconds in the hourglass had fallen. And, you know, some of the effort plays where Seton hasn't really been hustling or they haven't been getting to the ball quick enough today, it kind of signs of that. And just not playing a full, complete game, still so early in the season with time to improve. But I think after 3 big blowout wins, to have a really competitive game where now you're trailing by 4, I mean, it's certainly something that can help the team kind of get used to that competitive experience they need to have to play a full game in its entirety. So that attack fizzles out, and it'll be a throw-in for Seton on the far side as the Chargers make some substitutions. Trying to set up an attack. Good move back inside. Pressure coming. Ella Bruning just gets ran past. Now she'll stick a foot out and get it away. No foul called. She'll work it up. Quick pass over to Stoft. Stoft gets it back to Bruning. Passing triangle looks great. Sienna gets it back to Stoft. They broke the defense well. Now ahead. Trying to make an effort. Jordan Dahl on the outside, right at the goal line. And the message is go, go, go. She'll roll it over for the corner kick as Seton will now have to slow things down. Taking the kick is Stoff in their first game back from injury. Here at Michael Eubanks Stadium as her kick will roll to the left side of the box, stays outside. Now over to the bench on the far. Sentinels will get it back. Ella Bruning over there. 15 minutes And just about 30 seconds left in the second half. A big time trailing for Seton, and the goal is to close out on some strong notes and try and correct at least some of the mistakes made in that first half. One on two. Turned over. Rivas lets the ball get behind her, and that was real dangerous. A big mistake there that could have been even more costly. Hacks was chasing that one down. Launched out. Over in the corner, the Chargers have another kick. Tries to reel it in, hit at the net, and goes in. The fifth goal of the day. The Chargers get another, and three Sentinels were all crowded on the near left side of the goal. None of them there in position to make a stop. Seton really experiencing the other side of what pain they've inflicted on their past three matchups. Take a little bit of a look ahead. The Chargers had their first game on December 1st. A 5-1 win versus Safford. They'll play Seton today, obviously. And then up next is Northwest Christian in 2 days from now. Their first tournament game of the season as they continue to work their way back. A miss, and then a miss from the Chargers. Rivas didn't hold it, just pushed it, and nearly a 6-point lead. That kick went high for Mercy King. We appreciate you all tuning in on this Wednesday afternoon, middle of December, as we get ready for the holiday season coming up in just a few weeks. Seton now a chance on the attack. Jordan Dahl with it. Kicks right into the hands. A little bit of a fumble, but she held on. Good play from Rylan Bourgues in the net. Bouncing back the other way, head-butted, kept in front. Hustle play for the ball. They've got to get there quick. Ella Probst will turn it around. Hack's going to work. She's been shifty with the ball so far. Trying to get it clear. Still inside the penalty box. Right outside the kick. Bounced away. Bruning gets big and blocks that one. Kicked in. Ball still rolling. Off to the left. A team tackle from the Chargers, bringing each other down, prevents another goal. And for Seton, really, priority number one for the next 11 minutes and 51 seconds is do not let that ball get in your own net again. That is the one thing you can absolutely control in a blowout like this, is play the solid defense that you need to play. Routine saves like that need to continue to be routine. We've seen that almost get messed up a couple of times, and just do the small things that should be so ingrained in your mind. But coming back and scoring 5 more goals in 10 minutes, everybody knows that's not exactly the most likely thing, so control what you can control for the next portion of this game. inside, right at the net. Good save. Got low, and now she's going to try and throw it up. A short throw. Works its way to Stoft. Stoft trying to work around. Solid defensive pressure. She'll run and pass. Horniak couldn't hold on for long, and that one gets kicked out. Chargers will set everything up from the midway line. On the far, working down near the wing. We'll get back into the attacking third. Solid positioning there from Katie Moore. Just lets Seton dribble it right into her feet. Pass Bruning. No foul called. And there it will. So on the ground for the Chargers, an injury following the play. As we hope everything is okay, we'll step aside. Score is 5-0. Benjamin Franklin leads with 10:05 left here in the second half. And able to get onto her feet with help off the field. The Chargers played so well. This is kind of a game where when you get up by this much, you got to be really concerned about things like injuries, because this is not the time you want to risk something like that happening. So just trying to get some of those other rotations in, maybe some different looks on offense and defense, see who you can sub in and out. And now for the Chargers, their number one priority for the next 10 minutes will be playing it safe. Back towards the middle. Jordan Dahl there. Quick pass out to Stoft. Stoft back inside. Great move. Got to keep it in front. Pressure from behind, and it gets taken away. She'll fight for it. Getting back on top. Way to recover as the foul gets called. That one against Rihanna Lay. Had a goal with 4 minutes left in the first half. Deep into the attacking third and goes out past the goal line. Up next, the men's matchup at 5 p.m. for our second game on this doubleheader afternoon of Seton Catholic soccer. Still early in the season for both of these teams. A lot of good in the opening three for Seton, a lot of bad today in their fourth. Still just about 9 minutes left to play and close out on some positive notes. Kicked out on the side. Ella Bruning works it around. Bruning gets ready to throw it in. Looking. We'll go back a little bit. Still has to hustle to the ball. Was Cyphers. Kicked down and out. So we'll keep it on the same side. We'll do it all again. This time the Chargers on the throw-in. And that'll roll back out. Let's do it one more time. Rolled in, now bounced around, turned over immediately. High up, ball still moving, now back towards the Chargers side of the field. And one thing that we'll also consider, Seton, only 13 eligible players with rotations. You got to think about stamina and effort on a game like this with a back-to-back set of games, a game last night versus ALA Ironwood. Certainly something to keep in mind with the team's performance is, their amount of time they've spent on the pitch in the last 24 hours. The amount of preparation for both of these teams, certainly limited. The Chargers haven't played in nearly 2 weeks. They've had a lot of time to rest, so they're going to come into this matchup a lot more refreshed than the Sentinels were. Trying to make anything happen here. Sienna will kick. Didn't have a chance of getting to a Sentinel. They stay in front of the ball, getting aggressive. Good moves being made. Back to the middle. Horniak passes to Sienna. Sienna to the right. Sends it deep. 2 Sentinels near and cleared away. Taking it back up the right far side. And another missed opportunity for Seton. And a whistle. That'll be offsides against the Chargers. Seton has had 2 clean sheet wins already this season. They're used to them last year, and now they get to be the team having a clean sheet put up against them. Just under 4 minutes left here in the second half. Chargers would love to get another Seton. Mission critical to prevent that. Another foul. As the men's teams start making their way onto the field. Their game's kickoff time is set for 5 o'clock. It's currently 4:34, so just about half an hour before we will start that game. Got to give them time to warm up. Ben Franklin's team has been here for a while, getting ready. Back into the middle third. Just trying to block some of the space off on defense right now. Seton getting a little bit more wide, trying to find those gaps where they can fill in and kind of maneuver around. But the part of being the static and just standing still has been they're leaving open spaces as Benjamin Franklin slowly creeps down. You get some more subs for the Chargers. They'll resume with the throw-in. Sent down and out. Probst gets it in the Stoff. Stoff trying to navigate, turns her back, trying to prevent some of those kicks. Chargers kick it out of the circle, back into the offensive portion of the field. They'll set up. Another chance here. Outside the penalty, kicked in, working towards it, scooped up. Good save from Rivas. Seton trying to keep it down there. Laurel Stoft getting in on the action. Chargers just kick it out at the corner. 30 seconds left in today's matchup. The men right up next. Seton Catholic warming up on the field behind the stadium. Ben Franklin missed out on the memo. They've been stuck over on the left side corner of the pitch. Very limited space. Although the field behind the stadium certainly doesn't come without its caveats. I think the last time I went back there, I don't know what type of bugs bit me, but there were more than a few. Chargers push it back with just a few more seconds to go. That one will roll out, and that'll be the end of it. So the final score from today's matchup, 5-0. Benjamin Franklin winning in blowout fashion, a rematch of last year's 3-8 state championship game. Chargers won 2-0 then. They more than double that today. Seton picks up their first loss of the season. They move to 3-1 as Ben Franklin moves to 2-0. And a tough loss for Coach Baker and his girls. And a lot to reflect on for him, I'm sure, but he has to also get ready for his men's matchup taking place in just about half an hour. So stay tuned for that. We appreciate you all tuning in today. For the girls' matchup, Jaden Ricken on the call, Paulo Hutchinson behind the scene. We will return in about half an hour for that matchup.